Hi Gemini, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 1st to the 15th, 2020 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. Now that we cleared the energy and raised the energy vibration of this space, let's dive into your reading. I'm going to be starting with your chakra cards, right, to see your chakra energy for this time. And let's see what they have to say. Gemini, July 1st to the 15th, 2020, Gemini. July 1st to the 15th, 2020, Gemini. July 1st to the 15th, 2020, Gemini. Show me clearly, show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Show me clearly, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. All right, so this one right here is, ooh, goodness, is the one that Spirit is leading me towards. All right, so let's see. Relationships, the sacral chakra. This is a very powerful card, especially for you, Gemini. You're all about communication. The relationships that you have with people is astoundingly important. So here we're really focusing on the sacral chakra. This is where a lot of negativity from this life and from past lives are held. This is also where the creative energy within the human body is held. That's why in the Hanged Man, we have the man hanging upside down. Yogis practice standing on the head. This is to move the sexual energy from the sex organs down into the head, down into enlightenment as you stand on your head, so that you can move forward in wisdom and in understanding. And that's what we have here with relationships. You're seeing an energy change. You're seeing yourself move forward in passion, in power, in productivity, in determination. And as you do so, you're becoming more connected with yourself. You're becoming more connected with what you want. And the purpose, the power of your relationships is really starting to stand out. So that's really, really, really beautiful. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Gemini, July 1st to the 15th, 2020, Gemini. 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 Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Show me clearly, show me clearly. Ooh, goodness. Show me clearly. Guide this reading, angels and spirit guides. Okay. We'll see if those are enough. If not, there we go. So we're starting off with the Eight of Cups. That makes a lot of sense with the energy that is around this reading. With the singing bowl, we did have a very clear, very powerful, song to it. So there is something very powerful, very clear that's coming forward. Then we have Temperance, which is a Sagittarius energy, which is the sister sign to Gemini. All right, but there's also a sense of balance coming in. Sagittarius is a time frame of November 22nd to December 21st. Then we have the High Priestess, which is absolutely beautiful. The Ten of Swords, interesting. The Moon, Pisces Energy, February 19th to March 20th. The Ace of Wands, that's gorgeous. The Devil, Capricorn Energy, a time frame December 22nd to January 19th. The Nine of Pentacles. The King of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. The Page of Swords, which is you, Gemini, shining through. You are represented by the swords in the minor arcana, by the Lover's card in the major arcana. Then we have the World. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. Very interesting read here. Okay, and I really like it. I do. Okay, it's not without its trials and its tribulations. That's just par for the course. But it is with this sense of power, connectivity, and passion that you're moving forward. This is your personal self right here. This is your heart, okay, your soul, your passion, your desire. And this is your public self, what is seen by the world. Okay? So we're starting off with the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is an ending. All right? For some, it can be an ending as severe as a divorce. For others, it is simply an ending. It's like, I'm no longer going after this. And this is also an ending of something you once thought you would love. You once thought, like, wow, perfect fit. I couldn't have chosen better if I wanted to. This is what I've been wishing for. This is what I've been moving for. And the Eight of Cups is like, no, it's time to move on. It's time to move on. It's time to see things differently. It's time to embrace your power in a new way. It's time to look at what it is that you truly want. And that's where relationships come into play. You're looking at your relationships, you're looking at what you desire, and you're like, no, I can move. I can change. And you're really going to feel that way, Gemini. It's like, no, I can change. I can move. I can rearrange things. I'll get things going the right way. And as you leave, as you change, you're empowered. You're invigorated, you're emboldened. And as you have that power coming forward, because it takes great courage to change, you have the Ten of Swords. So you have here walking away, looking at things differently. And with the Ten of Swords, it's overkill, okay? 10 swords. Who needs 10 swords in their back? I mean, you're not Caesar. What did he get stabbed 58 times or 48 times? No. That was a political statement. That's why he got stabbed so much. If you were on a battlefield and they saw one person who had 10 swords in them, they'd be like, wow, that's the head of a general that we want to get to send it back to them. To be like, ooh, we're spooky, we're scary. Don't mess with us. So here with the Ten of Swords, it's like, don't mess with me. But this is also everything that you've learned. This is the darkness before the dawn. This is the equalizer in life, which is death, most definitely. But it's also, truth and power and knowledge and saying, I'm done. I'm done looking at things the way you want me to look at things. I'm done being the way that you want me to be. And yes, I have died, a little death. So an orgasm? What is it here that is the little death? And if you've been having meaningless relationships, then yeah, that's definitely it. Meaningless relationships, hollowness of self, a sense of, oh, I'm supposed to know better, I'm supposed to know more, I'm supposed to be more. But yet you're still learning. Like, why are you putting all this pressure on you? The Ten of Swords says, wait, listen, learn, understand. Do not sit there and think, I'm supposed to have all the answers. You're just starting to form and figure out the questions. Be kind to yourself. Each year that you live, each revolution, each time around the sun, there we go, is a lesson to be learned. It's a sword in your back. After 10 years, heck, after 2 years, sometimes 5 years, 1 year, you're not the same person that you were before. And we have to honor that within ourselves. And now it's time to move forward. Personally, you're seeing a change. You really are. Here, Gemini, you're like, no, I don't want to be like I was going in. I don't want, the same thing for July is not going to be last July. It's not going to be, I'm just going to move this camera just a little bit closer for you guys. It's not going to be the same. It's like, no, I'm sorry. But I've been there, done that, kind of got the t-shirt, and I'm never wearing that t-shirt again. I'm never putting up with this again. And as you have this energy come in, you have a Capricorn energy come. Now, you might have had a horrific relationship with a Capricorn energy. You could be divorcing this person. You could be sitting there and deciding mentally, personally, physically, powerfully that they're not going to have that power over your life anymore. But this is also addictions. This is, sitting there and falling into patterns. Now, we think of addictions and we think of drugs and we think of sex and we think of alcohol and we think of, everything, food and, so on and so forth. But do we think of people pleasing? Do we think of working so hard that we don't even know who our families are? Do we think of, not being happy, of anxiety? Do we think of these things as addictions? Because with the Devil card, it's saying, look at the patterns that make you fall to your knees, that make you feel less than. And say, why am I perpetuating this? Why am I moving forward in this energy, in this time, in this understanding? It's like, it's not for me. Because it's not. It's not for you anymore, Gemini. You need to leave. There's something that you need to end. And there's something that you have been ending. But there's like a nail in the coffin during July. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm done. I'm done. And I will not be coming back to this situation. I will not be walking backwards. I only walk forward. And you might be telling yourself that. That might be your mantra for this time. I only walk forward. Capricorn Energy, again, time frame December 22nd to January 19th. You're not going to be the same. You don't want to be the same. It's like, no, I'm sorry, I'm done. And you look at what society expects of you. You look at what the world says. Okay, this is what you're supposed to be doing. Why aren't you doing it? And you sit there and you say, no, I'm sorry. No. Not even I'm sorry, because you're not sorry. It's like, that's not me. That can be you. It's not me. And as you embrace your power, and as you embrace your beauty, and as you're moving forward in your grace, you're seeing what's truly important to you. You're seeing the very nature of you. Because remember, the devil God, the devil, well, I guess, yeah, you could say it's a devil God. It's like this powerful demonic presence is a conglomeration of all the nature gods, the god Pan, the god Cernunnos, all the nature gods that moved us forward, even Dionysus. You sit there and you look, and he has aspects of all of them. What's wrong with giving in to your true nature? What's wrong with becoming part of the earth? What's wrong with wanting an outer body experience? What's wrong with this? It's showing it in moderation, yes, being very important. You don't want to be, what are they, the dryads? I think that's their name, that pulled out their hair and, sharpened their teeth and, used to eat human flesh. No, you don't want to be that. But you want to be authentically you. And you want to look at your human nature, your power, your understanding, and say, there's validity in me. I don't have to change everything I am just to be something I will never be, something I'm not. And it leads you. It's really funny because you're walking away from something quite extreme here, Gemini. You're like, I'm sorry, no. It doesn't work. I don't like it. I'm done. And then you have the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords is being a student of what you once... Okay, this is interesting because it's saying being a student of what you once thought you would love. It's like you're coming back to your roots. You're looking at your childhood self. You're looking at your passionate self. You're looking at your powerful self. And you're saying, this is where I need to be. This is what I desire. This is what I need within my life. And the Page of Swords is also you asking questions. You searching deeper. You looking more thoroughly, more honestly for yourself. And as you look and as you discover, the Page of Swords, of course, is you in the Minor Arcana, represented by the swords. This is also a Libra energy and an Aquarius energy. You are represented by the Lover's card in the Major Arcana. What you love, you are highly dedicated to. You also have to know and learn not to let other people's words, other people's thoughts, other people's opinions outweigh your own. So as you take in this energy, as you're moving forward, you're becoming a student of your passion, of your light, of your love, of what you desire, of what you need. And this is your personal self. So there's something here privately that you're looking at and you're saying, I'm sorry, it doesn't fit. And you might be saying you're sorry to yourself. Like, wow, I really thought this would work. I really thought this is what I wanted. And as you see the shift in you, as you see this change in you, you're like, no, I'm done. I'm done. I need to move on. It's been too long. It's been too long with the sense of not being good enough. It's been too long with the sense of the world's words coming at you. And that being where you're supposed to be, what you want to desire, who you are. And you're like, no, it's not. It's not me. And your heart is saying balance. Balance. Sagittarius energy is coming through. A sister energy. An energy that understands you. A person here that understands you, that brings you balance. It doesn't have to be a Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius time frame is November 22nd to December 21st. It can be a person who listens. It can be a person who is your sounding board, your person who lets you, discover and look and seek and understand. Because what you're looking for and what you're seeking is what you had once thought you would find. And that wound up being wrong. So Gemini, at this point, you're like, wow, how do I move forward? Where is it that I want to be? What is it that I need within my life? And as you're looking at this, as you're gaining an understanding, you're finding a balance between the spiritual and the earthly plane. You're finding a balance between what your heart wants and what your mind wants. You're finding a balance within yourself. And you're also finding a compromise. Maybe this is how I can be me on this earthly plane. This is how I can embrace my, God-given talents, my universal given talents, my passions, my desires, my hopes, my dreams, while still being able to function on this earth. Because for some of you Geminis, I'm seeing that that's very hard right now. The energy of the earth, the chaos that everybody has been through, is hitting home and hitting hard. It's like, well, how do I move forward? Where is it that I want to be? You're finding balance with the moon in the midst of fears. Now, be it, she looks quite contented. But the moon card with Pisces energy, it's kind of like you can accomplish anything if you overcome your fears. And that's where your heart is at. It's like you can find this balance, this understanding. The fear is always going to be there. It's not going to be something you can run away from. It's not going to be something you can end. This is going to be something that is, quite frankly, a part of you. Because fear is a part of humanity. Fear is a part of human beings. So back in our ancient selves, back in our ancestors, fear was worthwhile. It really was. You needed to know to be afraid to go that direction because that way lay bears. You needed to be afraid to eat those berries because you die painfully. You need to be afraid of walking in a bog or in the midst of a endless desert because you die. Fear was important. Right? Fear was ingrained in us. And we learned how to read people's faces because we wanted to see, wow, is that berry poisonous? Was that, are you dying of heat stroke type of thing? But now we look at people's faces and we say, are you judging me? Did what I say, what did I say that was foolish? How do I come back from this? Did I destroy myself socially? And you're looking at those things because Gemini, even if you are a severe introvert like I am, you're still a Gemini. Communication, people are astoundingly important to you. I myself am a Gemini in tropical astrology. And so here, you're looking at yourself and you're saying, where is it that I need to be? How do I face my fears and still move forward? How do I, embrace myself and go after my dreams? And it's saying, do not use that fear as an anchor to hold you down, to weigh you to the bottom of the ocean. Because Pisces is also a water sign energy. Sagittarius is a fire sign energy. You have your passion here. But the fear can extinguish it. It can. Water puts out fire. But if a fire burns bright enough, it makes the water into steam. And so what you're going to see is that if your passion is strong enough, if your passion is bright enough, you boil away that fear and you rise. You rise to what you desire. You rise to what you need. You rise to what you want in life. And you rise in power. And as you rise in power, you embrace the 9 of Pentacles. Prosperity, success, bounty, abundance, hard work paying off. This is your hard work paying off. Your heart is knowing that your time, your effort, your dedications, it's for a reason. And if you do not get into your own way, you will see that reason. You will embrace that power. And with the world, you are going to find the world starts opening to you. As you embrace the power that you have, the power that you were born with, the things that you desire, the world is opening up and you are being reborn. Look at this almost as the opening of the birth canal, to be reborn into this world in victory and in prosperity. And you can even see this as the head of Zeus, because Athena was born fully formed from the head of Zeus. So you are embracing your birthright. You are embracing the power of new ideas, new understandings. And as you rise, as the world opens to you, you will not be held back by past pains, disappointments, fears, upsets, Because look at this. We have the Eight of Cups moving into Temperance. So we have leaving something behind, moving into a balance. This is an ending that is needed. It moves you heart-wise, okay, emotionally, contentedly, into a place of balanced understanding. Then you have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is a death. It is an ending. It is an ending of what you had once known. Okay? It is an ending of everything that you have learned. You have been reborn, you have been reformed, and that makes you into the moon. That makes you into somebody who can face fears because you've already faced it. You've already had this time of upset and disappointment and despair and just terribleness. The time where you would rather run away because it's easier. It's easier than facing it. And now your heart is saying, I am evolved because I have looked at what I loved. I have looked at what I love. And I have faced the fear of both. The face of evolving past that place, of saying, that's not me anymore. And that place of, will I ever be good enough to have what I truly desire within my life? Then you have the Devil card, right? Being chained to this earth, being chained to other people's expectations, being chained to other people's desires, being told by society, this is what you're supposed to be. And Lord, help you if you are not. It's like, no, I'm sorry, I'm done. It's not even I'm sorry, it's like I'm done. I'm moving away from this and I'm planting the seeds of my prosperity. I'm breaking free, I'm seeing my addictions. I'm seeing the things that trip me up, that keep me down, that keep me silent, that keep me small. And I'm becoming a student. A student of what? A student of my world. A student of the way I want my world to move forward. The place that I want to be. The place I truly desire being. And that leads you to the High Priestess. The world sees you as somebody they cannot really put their finger on. They can't. They don't quite understand you during this time. And that's a really good thing. So you might have your friends saying, wow, you're so different. You know, you were never like this before. And your self is going to be like, I was always like this. I was always searching. I was always looking. I was always moving towards something more. What do you mean? And as you have this energy come in, you are embracing your truth of self. You're embracing what you really desire, what you really want. And the High Priestess is you're lifting the veil from your eye. You're lifting the veil from your eye and you're saying, oh wow, this is the world. This is what everybody aspires to be the ruler over. This is what everybody wants to dominate and belong to and be. And you're not going to see the appeal in it. There's a part of you here, Gemini, that walks away. That says, no, thank you. You're not even going to say no, thank you, but thank you. It's going to be like, no, thank you. That's not me. That's not what I want. That's not what I need. It never has been. It never will be. And there's a part of you that's very proud of that. And as the High Priestess comes, and as you see things more clearly, you see the world as a masquerade. Everybody puts on a face, a mask. Will you love me like this? Will you accept me like that? If I change this, will it be better? If I tweak that, would it be good? Would you love me then? And do you see me now? And you're done. You're done. And as you claim an ending, by claiming your own power, you have the Ace of Wands coming in. This is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe. Handing you a gift of passion and creativity, of understanding, of desire, of intuitive self. And you move forward in this knowledge and in this truth, in this passion and in this beauty. You will not be held back. You will not be silenced. You will not be overwhelmed. It's like, I know where I stand and what I stand for. And this intuitive self looks at your fears and it's like, no. Because it's after you face your fears. It's after you look at things more closely. It's like, no, that's not right. That's not me. So you have this resurrection of mind, of self, of desire, of need. And it has you facing your fears. It has you looking at things honestly and truthfully and succinctly and seeing the blessings that come to the divine, from the divine to you. And it's like, oh wow. Did I know that? Did I realize that? And then you have here the King of Cups. The King of Cups is a water sign energy, a Pisces, a Scorpio, a Cancer. The King of Cups is being master of your own heart. Okay, is being the king of your heart. It's like a master craftsman. I know how to configure things. I know how to move things forward. And that's what you're embracing here. You're embracing your heart, your soul, your passion, yourself. And as you have that love coming over you, as you have that passion guiding you, as you have your heart becoming one with you, you see things that were hidden before. You see things that you once felt like you were an outsider looking at. You can also have a very strong bond with a water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Somebody who you are nurturing as they become a king. Somebody who you see a tremendous amount of potential in. Somebody who sees this potential in you. You're releasing a lot of negative patterns here, Gemini. So that is something you have to be aware of, because for your personal self with the Devil card, okay, you are releasing a lot of negative patterns, a lot of negativity that you thought, oh, well, it's not bad. Oh, well, it's just me. And it's like, no, I'm done. I don't want that in my life anymore. I don't need that in my life anymore. And then that plants the seeds of success. And that has you moving forward in bounty and in understanding. And the King of Cups is like, wow, the love comes in. The harmony comes in. And why the cups, for me, they are so important, is because I believe that we are emotional beings. And as emotional beings, we have to listen to our hearts. But we also have to have that conversation between our hearts and our mind. So our mind tells us, be as logical as possible. You know, if you can cut out emotions from everything altogether, you do even better. But our hearts are saying, I can't. I need to feel, I need to be, I need to express. And so you need that communication. Because somebody who is just ruled by their heart is ruled in chaos. Somebody who is just ruled by their mind is ruled in calculating coldness. You don't want to be either one. That communication has to be, because you are already the swords, okay? You already have that skill of Mercury within your chart, within yourself. And so to have your heart moving forward with that skill of communication will make you absolutely unstoppable. Because you can look at situations, you can look at people, you can look at things and assess situations rather quickly. Actually, some people during this time, Gemini, are going to think it's kind of your magic trick. It's kind of like you can go in there and see things for what they truly are, not just what people want them to be. And as you see this, you're going to know when to act and when to stand still, when to move forward and when to hold back. And that's going to be something that helps you and aids you in the world's opening. It's like, I'm a student. I'm looking at things, I am understanding it, and the world opens, I am reborn, and I'm going to sit and understand. Instead of just charging forward, it's like, take it in. Take it all in. Now you can be aided by somebody. Now they come across as quote-unquote masculine energy. Doesn't mean that they have to be male or they have to be female. It means that this person is astoundingly sure of themselves. They might have a tendency to talk over you. Just from the energy that I'm getting right here, they're so excited with sharing their knowledge and their understanding that they're going to want to get as much out as possible, as quickly as they can. All right? This is going to remind you of somebody who didn't let you speak, who didn't take your emotions into consideration. Be mindful of this. Because if this person crosses the line, they will not be as helpful as they could be. But what you're going to find is as you step back, you're going to need time from this person to step back, to take things in, to kind of sift through it all. And then you'll be like, oh, I see it. I see what I need to plant. I see what I need to cultivate, because you're emboldening your own heart, your own soul. And in your heart, you have a lot of major arcana cards. You have 3 major arcana cards and the 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles is a harvest coming, prosperity, not coming, but a harvest being reaped, prosperity, success, bounty. And the major arcana cards show us that this is an intense time, especially for your heart's development, okay, for your emotional truth. And it leads you to a deeper understanding, but it also leads you personally to a time of almost looking at demons, of looking at things that have held you back in the past and saying, do I have a place for that in my future? That answer is completely up to you. It is a choice. It is a choice that you need to make. So we're going to dive deeper. Okay. With the tarot, show me more deeply for Gemini, July 1st to the 15th, 2020. Show me more deeply for Gemini, July 1st to the 15th, 2020. Angels and spirit guides, guide this message and guide us forward. Angels and spirit guides. Ooh, okay. Guide this message and guide us forward. Ooh, my goodness. Of course. This fell in a glass of water that I have sitting on the floor right out of the way. So let me just dry it off. That's so silly. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's turn these over. See what we have. 4 of crystals, 8 of acorns. Okay, so 4 of crystals, 4 of pentacles, 8 of wands, hanged man. The High Priestess, Page of Swords, Strength, Leo energy. Okay, time frame is July 23rd to August 22nd. 4 of feathers, 4 of swords, 3 of wands, and the 6 of crystals. And of course, the 3 of wands is the card that went for a bit of a swim. So what we're seeing here is, I'm seeing really that veil being lifted from your eyes is very powerful for you, Gemini. You see things that other people don't want to see. You take things in a way that other people don't, okay? So don't judge yourself off of others. Really connect with your heart, your soul, and yourself. That's going to be first and foremost. The 4 of crystals, you have negative energy around you. The 4 of pentacles, for me, is my my emotional vampire card, my vampiric energy card. Somebody drains you. Okay, something drains you. It's kind of like you could be done with a situation. It's over. I'm moving on. I don't want this anymore. It can be that you're looking at things differently than other people, and they're taking advantage. They're taking advantage of your good nature, and you're really going to be aware of this now, because it leads you to the 8 of wands. The 8 of wands is a sense, here it says, okay, so the 4 of crystals says control and security. You want control back in your life, and you want security. So that's what you're holding on to. You're thinking, if I hold on tight enough, I will have the security I need. But what you're going to find is that if you hold on too much, you will lose everything. You will. It'll be like everything falls through the cracks in your fingers. And you're going to be like, how? Why? Because you were holding on to the wrong things. You were focusing on what was easier instead of what was necessary. And that's not nice to say. And I get it. I really do. But that's what the vampiric energy does. It makes us focus on things that seem more doable. And it's like, no, look at the big picture, because there's something nitty, something gritty at your center that you need to look at. And the 8 of wands is like energy and results. Ready or not, here it comes. It's time to speed up. Because once you break free of this energy, once you break free of what's holding you, you speed up. Everything starts to come. And the Hangman, patience and perspective, everything changes. You start to see things more clearly, but a lot differently than everybody else. And as you see things more clearly, as you see things more truthfully, as you see things more honestly for you, okay, your energy starts to flow. Creative energy is held in the groin, okay? That's where the sacral chakra comes in, all right? And as you embrace this creative energy, as you embrace your creative power, okay, it starts to flow down. That's why alchemists, that's why the Hangman in the Rider-Waite-Smith is hanging upside down, okay? That's why in yoga you stand on your head to have that energy flow forward to help you embrace enlightenment. What does it do? As you stand on your head, as you take and channel this energy personally, privately. This can even be, and I know this is so not something that's popular, but this can even be a time of celibacy to really focus that creative energy on what you want, what you need. And you could be using this with your partner. You can sit there and say, like make it into a game. Say, okay, for this time, we're going to be focusing this energy on this and on that. And there are ways that you can be intimate with each other, but just not moving towards orgasm, which you might say, okay, why? But it's fun, and it builds up this anticipation for when you say, okay, now let's have this release, let's have this fun together, let's move forward more. And so here with the High Priestess, it actually really works for you. It's embracing your heart. You see things more clearly. Okay, a balance comes into play, a sense of, oh, that's what I was looking for, that's what I wanted, not the instant, but something much more deeper, something much deeper, something much more meaningful, something much more powerful. And it leads you to the Page of Feathers. It leads you, that the High Priestess says here, intuition and sacred knowledge. You're embracing your sacred knowledge. And then the Page of Feathers says exploration and discovery. To explore, to discover, to understand, to move even deeper towards what is needed, what you want within your life, the place that you need to be, body, mind, and spirit. Okay, at your heart, you're learning. This is a fantastic time to learn, to discover, to go deeper, to say, why not? There's a part of you that's saying, well, why would I do that? What would be the point in that? Why would I be so silly? And it's like, but why not? Why not go deeper? Why not express more? Why not, embrace? And so as you have this knowledge coming in, and as you have this power guiding you, it leads you to strength. This is courage and endurance. Strength is a Leo energy, July 23rd to August 22nd. The strength of a Leo, okay? The pure strength of a Leo, one who is perfectly balanced within themselves, is a strength of compassion, kindness, and fortitude. It is a strength of knowing that, yeah, I can trample anything I want to. I can crush it. But I will get more through compassion, through understanding, through kindness, through peace, than through demands. And so you have this power leading you forward. You have this presence guiding you. You can also be seeing things very differently around a Leo energy, around a person that you've known for a really long time, around a person who once the scales seemed imbalanced with. And as this moves you forward, okay, as you see the strength, this is also strength within money, right? For some of you Geminis, it's a really hard conversation to have around money, around finances, around, the wealth and what you desire moving forward in. And you might now be finding the strength to say, this is what I want. But also within life, it's like, this is what I want from life. This is what I want for myself, for my career, for my passion, for my power. And you're not willing to put up with other people's bull. You're just not. It's like, no, this is where I stand, and this is what I stand for. And so as that power guides you forward, and as that passion leads you, you're going to find that your strength grows. And as your strength grows, okay, people see the 4 feathers, sanctuary and rest. People will see that you need to rest. But people will think, okay, so what's interesting is you have here the High Priestess. People will think that you're taking a time out. It's like they think you're resting. They think you're kind of mucking about. They don't really know what's going on. They'll be like, oh, just let Gemini do what Gemini is doing. They don't understand that you're healing from the war that you've been through. They don't understand that you're taking and you're looking at everything and you're regrouping and you're gaining a better understanding and you're saying, never again. Never again will I be so distraught over this. Never again will I, have to fight such a terrible fight. And you might say that, and you might know, well, I know I'm going to. Life is life. And it gives us battles, it gives us intensities that we can seldom imagine. But with the Four of Feathers, it's like, okay, with the Four of Swords, it's like, give yourself respect. Pay your dues where the dues are owed. Look at yourself. And instead of saying, wow, I wish you were better, looking at yourself in the mirror, it's like, look at all that you've been through. Fix that relationship with yourself. Okay? The relationship here with the sacral chakra is also the relationship with you. The masculine and feminine aspect of yourself, the twin aspect of you. And it's like, let's heal. Let's come together. Let's see things more truthfully, more beautifully. And as you come to that conclusion, as you see things with that honesty, it leads you to the Three of Acorns. This is foresight and exploration. Right? This is sitting there and saying, it's time to move forward. It's time to grasp something more. It's time to move towards something deeper. It's time to see my ships going out, yes, but also my ships coming in. I need to have a life that is more than this. That is more powerful, that is more beautiful, that is more. And I need to see that expanse around me. And then we have the Six of Crystals. This is synergy and gratitude. You need that symbiotic relationship. You need that person that as you look at your future isn't sitting there and looking at their own future and seeing it completely differently. You need that symbiotic relationship. You need also that respect. And so as you're looking at things, you're looking at gratitude for what you are given and what you will receive and what you are receiving. Okay? But you also have to see that same give and take within the world that is created for you or that is creating around you. And so as you see things moving forward, okay, as you see the change of energy and as you feel the change of energy coming in, there's a strength that fortifies you. And you're going to find that you're not putting up with the nonsense anymore. You need that energy to be balanced. Period. End of discussion. If people want to complain, let them. Because this is the way that you need to move forward. This is the place that you need to be. Now let's see what your ending cards are. Ooh, goodness. Your summary for this time. Not your summary, but what to end with, what to take away. Okay? We have one that just shot right out. Gemini, July 1st to the 15th, 2020. Gemini, July 1st to the 15th, 2020. Show me clearly, what does Gemini need to know? What does Gemini need to end with? What does Gemini needs to end with? Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Ooh, okay, these two. Okay, that's what they want them to go down. Yeah, okay. So Gemini, we have here first the Ace of Earth. Prosperity, success, bounty, abundance, seeds to be planted. And that's really what this time is for you personally. Okay? Personally, this is what you're seeing. You're seeing this passion come in, this way to move forward. You're seeing an ending, but you're also seeing the planting of a new beginning. And then we have the Four of Fire, the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is celebration. The Four of Wands is success. The Four of Wands is a moving forward in joy and in gratitude. Okay? That's for your heart self. It's like, yes, I get what I want. I get what I need. Which, what you need and what you want sometimes can be very different things, but you get it. And that's really quite beautiful. And then with your public side, you have the Three of Waters, the Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups, for me, I read it kind of differently than everybody else. Because the Three of Cups for me are those people who have celebrated us, but don't really mean it. Who celebrated us because, that's what they were supposed to do. Or, they said, oh, yay, I'm so happy for you. And they really had their own agenda in mind. So there is a sense here of looking at people with that skepticism. It's like, you don't have my best, anything at heart. You're looking out for you. But it's also looking at those people who do have your back, who will move forward with you, who, sit there and say, okay, I might not have all the answers all the time, but I'm with you. I'm not in your camp. And it's that distinguishing factor between the two. For those who just give you lip service, and for those who truly love you, who truly care for you, and who truly want to see you move forward in bounty. So there is this kind of knowing your ducks, as my mother would say. Know your ducks. Know the people that you're working with. Know the people who are around you. Know the people who sit there and say one thing, but who really have, their own agenda for themselves out there. Because you live in dualities, Gemini. But you live in very straightforward dualities. You're not really one for the sneakiness. So know that when the sneakiness comes in, you're really not going to have time for it. And if it reminds you of anybody that you have dealt with, who was negative, who was egotistical, who, had their own ideas in mind, and really was playing towards them, this is a person that you're going to have really no time for, okay? But also know that pains from the past come forward, and they make you embrace them. Well, not embrace them. No, kind of look them dead in the eye and say, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. And you do not have the power over me that you once had, because I'm balancing the scales and I'm moving forward towards success and I'm healing from the wounds you gave me. Now let's see what your spirit animal cards have to say. Ooh, goodness. Not this one. This one. Now these were already meditated and shuffled upon beforehand. So just know that even though it came out right away, that is what Spirit is saying we need to talk about. And you have the lizard spirit. And I love this one. This is one of my favorites. So I think that's super cool. Okay. So it says, dream the world into being. It is time to look at your dreams, to look at your desires, and to make them a reality. To dream your world into being. And to not let anybody else's words, anybody else's negativity, anybody else's anything define who you are and where you want to be. It is time to manifest your reality. And I know, you sit there and you hear about manifestation and it sounds so easy, but it's so stinking hard because it's without doubt. And it's working through the doubts, the fears, the apprehensions that we have. And we see that at your heart, with the moon, with the temperance. We see with the High Priestess, and strength. We see that at your heart. And, the Page of Swords and the Page of Swords in your personal self. You still see yourself as having a lot to learn. Do you? Yeah, we all do. But stop being so hard on yourself. Stop putting this weight so heavily upon your shoulders. It's time to look at the world and say, is this going to take a lot? Yeah. Am I worth it? Definitely. And now for your botanical message. Gemini, July 1st to the 15th, 2020, Gemini. July 1st to the 15th, 2020, Gemini. July 1st to the 15th, 2020, Gemini. Show me clearly. Show me clearly, show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides guide this message. Show me clearly, show me clearly. This one. I love them when they just stick to your hand like that. Okay, so let's see what they have to say. So your botanical message is persevere with the pine, magic with the lady's mantle, and defend with the dogwood. So when it comes to your personal self, you will persevere, even if you don't think you will. Even if you're sitting there and you're like, are you kidding me? This isn't a monkey wrench. This is like, you just turned my whole entire world upside down. This has to be a joke. You persevere. You persevere, you see things differently, you embrace your energy, you embrace your knowledge, your wisdom, and you succeed. You use these gifts and you succeed. Ladies, mental, magic. The magic is around you, and the magic is a part of you. The magic, for me, is the God's head within each and every one of us. And the God's head shows us that we are part of divinity. It's like, what did Brahma say? In Hinduism, Brahma said, I hid the God's head within man because it is the one place they will never look for it. It's like, no, turn inward. See that magic, see that passion, see that power. It guides you. It guides you to the celebration that you want, to the prosperity that you desire. And then with your public self, defend. Defend what is rightfully yours. Do not be a doormat. Do not be somebody that people can push around. Stand up for yourself. You might do it wrong at times, sure, fine. But you've done it. You've done it and you've come out the other side, stronger and braver because of it. Defend what you truly want and defend what you truly love in life. Your subconscious chakra message, I'm going to go through your subconscious messages here. So your subconscious message here is the third eye chakra, dream. Know that your dreams will guide you forward. They will bring more to you than you realize. Pay attention to your dreams. Also pay attention to your waking dreams. A lot of you Geminis will be having waking dreams, and that's going to be very powerful. Your subconscious tarot messages start with the Page of Wands. Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay? You have this sense of passion guiding you forward. Deep determination. Wanting to embrace your truth, your passion, your desire, your day. And as you have that passion guiding you forward, as you have that determination leading you, you then embrace the subconscious message of the Knight of Acorns. You see, that's exactly it. You start off as a page, the student, and then you become the knight, okay? The defender. This is action and drive of acorns, of wands. So you're starting off subconsciously studying, learning, understanding, and now you're moving forward in ferocity. You're defending it. You're being guided by your instincts and your intuition. Strong also fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, guiding you forward. This can be within your chart. This could be within your, Vedic astrology. If you're looking at your tropical astrology, this is the passion that is you, guiding you forward. It's like, yes. And then we have, as your passion guides you forward, and as you are unstoppable and a defender of what you truly love, we have the High Priestess coming through once again. That's 3 times. That's a divine number. This is the divine feminine walking with you during this time. This is sacred truth and sacred knowledge becoming an intimate part of you. This is saying, I see you, I know you, and I guide you. And that is really, really, really beautiful. And then we have your subconscious spirit animal message, which is the dolphin spirit. This and that is true. You can see many sides of the story, many truths, many understandings. Understand that that validity lies with each and every one of them. But also understand that you need to walk the path that is right for you. And it doesn't matter what anybody else says. And then finally, your botanical spirit, subconscious message, spirit message, is service, the garlic. So service is saying, be to service of yourself, of your divine power, of your divine essence. Because it's going to heal a lot within you. Because garlic is also an antibacterial. It's taking away that which has harmed your body, weighed you down, and made you doubt yourself. All right, Gemini, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Bye.